Good morning, Ma'am Emie. Just to give you an overview in general how things are progressing and what kind of things I'm doing. So firstly, just the most relevant thing at the moment is the grading sheets. So here we have grade 7, grade 8, grade 9 and grade 10. Apart from a few absent ones who were absent on the exam, these are looking pretty much done. It's the grade 7 one, with the mark for the exams here. So these ones were either absent in orange or excused in yellow. And then, grade 8 is here. So showing their work. And down the bottom here, it's the typical looking through their work. Was it weak, or they were not there? Was it very good? And I've mostly at these ones I've copy pasted up, and I've done that across the grades. And then the grading for the test exams is down there, which obviously that would change. Raymond Rios has just not been present at all. So 8, 9, those are all the same in that sense. Kate Koo hasn't submitted her test yet, although I keep giving her reminders, and she's acknowledged it. And grade 10. So a variety of results there. And again, the out of 60 for the test. And then these, I've given them individually already on individual messages. So that's the exams things. We've talked about those also on the messenger. It seemed to go okay on the day. And the lessons seem to be progressing okay in the same way. So what I've been doing is adding 8 questions like this here is for the new system, instead of having 60 questions in an exam at the end of the month. So then it's giving them for each lesson, like we had a grade 9 lesson yesterday. So I gave them 8 questions, and I'll do that for every lesson so that it makes kind of 16 a week, and then over the month it adds up to around about 60, and then I'll give them a mark for that in the next quarterly grading. Yeah, in the next monthly grading sheet. So those are okay. I've developed a system for grading as we go along and recording their work, which is here. So here's all grade 8, and each one of them has got a folder, and in that folder I'll put any work that they do, and often many conversations on chat that we have, and then I'll have a sort of coding system for that. Like if I've heard nothing, I'll just put a red one, and then as they do put work in, I'll change it to mauve status, like that. And this is a nice system. So I've got grade 7, grade 8, grade 9 and grade 10. Those are the primary ones I'm using. And generally what I'll do is look at it like this. And then I can look across all their work and all the conversations that we've had, and the kind of updates, and then the work that they've chosen, and also their drive folders and what those are looking like. I'll show you those in a moment, their drive folders. So for example here he's merely photographing the screen, but did he later on progress to screenshots as we can see here, for example. And then how is this folder looking like on the drive? So I've got my storage here of absolutely everything, which is quick and easy to look through. sort of skim. This is the test he did, for example. Excuse me, I've got a sore throat. And that makes an easy way to get an overview of their work. So we go to then grade 8. Each one of those has a similar thing. So this also serves to store their test as well, this kind of folder system. So here's the test that they just did with the 61 questions, or 60 to 61 questions, yeah. And then this can also be zoomed in to look closely at their questions and answers. And that can be made also full screen. Like that. So that's the best method that I've found so far. So these are individual pages of those same things. So these are where they've gone on to the website and then chosen individual things to pay attention to and the things they have to do. I'll go show you that in a moment. So here's also importantly their Drive folders and what status they are, and that also has an activity feed that shows me what they do with those folders as they go along. These are sort of predated ones from 18th of September. And as it gets more and updated, I can see that through taking these screenshots and then the work that they're doing. So this is a kind of all-in history of their every bit of work. And as I say, sometimes I'll keep conversations, screenshots of the conversations that happen here as well. Another thing I did do was to do, I got the, so like for he's got this, the exam here. Sorry, let me just go back to the beginning. He's got the exam here. And what is possible to do is to highlight the exam and then get the computer to read it out, and then in a human voice, and then also to record that and then give it back to the students so they can listen back to their exam. So I found that pretty interesting. So this is an example of that. Like that. So, but it's a little bit time consuming to do for every specific student. Yeah, so these are the techniques that I'm mainly developing to have the students record their work, do enough work, record enough work, and that I can keep a track on it. This method I found, this one of cover flow it's called, I found it very useful to have a snap view of each individual student. What work are they doing, and are they doing the work, and what are their particular challenges. And I can look through the whole lot nice and easily. And that's across all 4 grades. And also this color coding system, I found that particularly useful. Also found that I can get these individually as PNGs, as screenshots, but also make them into a PDF quite easily. That also works well. So that means it's easy to both look in overview at all of their work but also to look with an overview, with an overview and in detail, like that. So that's more or less that part of the system. So that all of those screenshots that are contained in these folders, I've got them from their folders. So each of them from the website. Basically, I'll just show you that on the website here, if we go through, there's a virtual classroom. And from the classroom, let's just go fast track. Here's an introduction to the class, an explanation of what's expected. But then once they go into their particular or their desks, and then if we click on their desk, if they click on their desk rather, it will open up to the drive folders. So what I've been doing is going to those drive folders and then monitoring as they upload their work. Often using this activity flow here, so you can see the date, and you can click on it and see the pieces of work that they've been uploading as well. And that's also possible to do for the whole classroom by using this activity flow here. So I can see that yesterday Zassi Jakilo uploaded 4 items here, and if you click on them you can see them. So you can see pretty much the whole classroom's activities just using that one there. So here are the grade 10, grade 9, grade 8 and grade 7. So that was the one we were just having a look at. Grade 9. Who had a class yesterday? I'm not actually sure if Adrian Donio's enrolled. So here we can see the date and the time that people upload work, and then you can actually look through the work as well. So these are the 8 reflective questions that Stanley Hong put up yesterday, and then he's created and shared another item in there. Questions, yeah, and he's created the folder to put that in, which is a kind of new idea. And then Raffaele was uploading at 4 o'clock, doing a guided meditation, and then uploading 3 items just before that from the book that she was doing, which is the title's just hidden under there. Can't quite see it. Those are examples there of work. She's doing the book on honesty and lying. Yeah, the honest truth about dishonesty is the book that she's doing. And then she's done the arete, and she's using the scan app to upload it. And there's her arete there, another arete, and yeah, same things. And then Hannah Hong was editing something. So that's these are the ways to monitor. So then what I'll do is look through this activity flow, and I'll screenshot these, and then I'll drop them into that other folder of, say in that case, Hannah Hong, and then it will show up here, and then because it's a bit slow going round drive, this is nicer because then you can get a snap view. So that's that one we were just looking at there, and I can see, are they creating these storage folders? Are they naming them well? What have they been putting up? And if I want to look back through a sort of month of work and get an idea of their productivity and output rate, or if I want to take a look at their test, it's pretty easy to do like that. So that's pretty much the system. A couple of other updates are that I've been putting on additional material onto the website as well. That's been going well. What's the additional books? Buying additional books and adding them, and also letting them know that on the thread, and so just making additional things. So there's new refreshed material coming onto the libraries, if you like, that they can get to. I think it's around about, so these ones are new. One about sexual consent, one about true friendship, one about anger, and how to like yourself and grieving siblings, relationship skills, teen girl survival guide, getting stuff done about anti-procrastination. So those are all quite new ones, and I will always put those on their group chat thread. So I think those are the main things. Then the learning logs, I've been looking, I've got all that in hand, and I've aligned them to the MELCS system demanded by the DebEd. So there's nothing to worry about there. That's also in hand. But in general, it's going well with they're also using the messenger. I find this is going very well. Also for prompting them, like so yesterday or the last one, I've given them audio, but yesterday Cyril submitted this, but I didn't see that he'd submitted anything on those other things: Buddha series, teen workbooks, arete, guided meditation. So I've been doing a lot of that sort of prompting as well by audio. And generally what I'll be doing time to time, so this is his test, for example, time to time is giving them a video overview and also a copy of all the screenshots that I've got in their folder, so they can also, like this here, they can also see an overview of what they've done so far and what it looks like as a block. But this will be like a video update of going and looking at their folder, or this one is a video update of his folder as we go and take a look at it, and he'll check back with me what that means, and I'll prompt him and give him examples, and that's how the communication is going, sort of on a personal basis, one-to-one. Especially with some of these students who are lagging. A lot of these ones here, Kate Koo is lagging. Riza also has been dropping back a bit behind on the classwork because she's got a lot of, I think, internet issues out where she is. But we're getting over those. Yeah, but mainly that's what I've been doing a lot, is a lot of coaching and prompting individually, which is also difficult to do in the classroom, I find. Whereas I find like these, it's a very effective way of quite close-up coaching, sort of you can look very carefully at their work with plenty of time, and also they know they are accountable, that their work is being seen, and what they do makes a difference. I'm finding that. Okay, so that's a kind of update for now. I'd say from my side of it, it's going pretty well. We've got over the difficult barrier of the beginning, and then also there's this being the part of the exam which seems to have gone okay. My strategy of using reflective questions, I found that was good. It didn't demand that they had to have learnt a whole criteria at the beginning, but they could sort of answer them quite free thinking and from their own experience rather than commanded knowledge that they must have covered. And that also meets the DepEd criteria for their age group too. All right, so I hope that's reassured you that things are going well. I can put a copy of this into our chat thread as well if you want to check up on or have a look at that. That's the more updated one, so some glitches taken out and just updated really, added more material in. Okay, so I'll upload this to YouTube and send the link so that you can watch it, and then I hope that's answered any doubts or questions that you've had. Okay, take care, look forward to seeing you soon. Bye now.